Good morning, dudes. How is it going? Today we're taking a look at the game between Cloud9 and Natus Vincia for the ESL ONE Frankfurt 2015 qualifiers. This game is really cool. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes down in this game. I kind of watched bits of it before because I was watching Join Dota last night and I was like, let's just watch something. And again, this is actually a pretty cool game. Though I didn't watch Join Dota on their stream. I don't even know where they stream. Do they still stream on that shitty other website? Or is it Twitch? No, anyway, I just watched their YouTube channel. I don't think anybody cares about their YouTube channel apart from me. Like, I'm probably the only person that ever watches Join Dota's YouTube channel. Anyway, so this game is actually pretty cool. And I thought, you know, it's worth really showing to you. Also, I wanted to do a 6.84 game. I mean, it's about time. Right. So, something that's of course interesting about 6.84 is picks and bans, because, you know, we got a whole load of new heroes. In 6.83, the bans were always the same, right? You banned out Sniper, Troll, Warlord, Axe, Juggernaut, IO, Vengeful, Lion. Like, that was it, though. Like, that was the extent of it. Sometimes people first banned Queen of Pain, but not really that often. Shadow Fiend, possibly. I mean, not really, though. You always had the exact same lineup of heroes. Now, in 6.84, as you can already see, we got Beastmaster, Broodrunner, Enchantress, Gyrocopter? I mean, now this is just weird, right? And yeah, and it is weird. At least, if you're used to 6.83. So I actually really appreciate that, right? Like, picks and bans are kind of interesting now. Banning a Darkseer. Who would have banned a Darkseer like a week ago? Nobody. Nobody would even have dared to think about picking him. Let me actually use this time to look up the 6.84 changes to Darkseer, because fuck me, I don't even know. I don't even know. Does he have anything? Yes, Iron Shell duration increased to 25 seconds from 20. That's nice. Wall of Replica damage increased. Wall of Replica duration increased to 45 all across the board. And the mana cost decreased. So he just got a much more powerful ultimate, and the Iron Shell is slightly better. So, you know, there's that. Of course, we all know what happened with Dragon Knight. He's got the increase on the... well, he got the damage reduction now on the Breathe Fire. He's got a bigger dragon form. All of those are nice things, right? We know about Enchantress. Her ultimate now pierces spell immunity, which is a huge deal. Undying is now a top pick, because the Tombstone doesn't just get murdered by Axe and Bristleback anymore. Let me be honest with you. Undying getting as destroyed as it used to getting destroyed by a Bristleback was stupid, right? In case you don't know. Tombstone spawns zombies, or used to spawn zombies that have like, what, 1 HP or something like that. I think they had 10 HP. They had that little so you could kill them in one attack, right? The problem was that they were physical AoE abilities, like Quill Spray, which just killed all of the zombies instantly in a huge AoE. Then there was, to a lesser extent, of course, Axe's Spin, which killed quite a bit of zombies. Not in a huge AoE, but still in a pretty big AoE. So that no longer is the case. Instead, you need to actually attack the zombies to get the kill. Which is that's pretty neat, right? That's definitely an upgrade. Gyrocopter. Let's actually use this to look up what the hell is new with Gyrocopter. Rocket Barrage no longer has a cast time, has a cast point and cooldown missile 2 slow duration from 3 to 4. So that's not really that crazy, but apparently it's crazy enough to justify first banning him. I don't even know anymore. That's so weird. Luna, she barely had a buff to anything, and somehow everybody's picking her. I don't know. She is the hero that has the 1 base armor increase, which, by the way, that's actually a pretty big deal. Each point of armor increases your survivability by 6%. And if you start out with 1 more armor, that means that your hero just has 6% more HP all across the board, which is pretty good. At least physical HP, if that makes any sense. Also, clips per unit cap increased from 4 to 5. And then she, of course, has the Aghanim's. Now, how many beams does she actually shoot at level 1? She does shoot 5. So she can actually, she can actually kill somebody with that right away. That's pretty cool. So the clips at level 1 is actually insanely powerful now. That's like, how much damage? 1500? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I love the Scepter though. The Scepter maximum beams. Like you can hit somebody 14 times. Yes, that's awesome. Bristleback, he's still getting picked. I mean, I think Bristleback was either unchanged or he got a slight nerf. Yeah, he had his movement speed reduced slightly and the armor reduction on the nasal goo adjusted. But that was actually a buff, at least when you have it maxed. It's only a nerf at level 3 of the ability. Otherwise, it's a buff though. So that's interesting. I would actually argue that, nah, you know, like that, I suppose that doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's only like 0.2 armor, so whatever. Still, Bristleback, of course, he's always powerful, always fancy, always scary. And he's got a nice new toy in the Crimson Guard. Alright, a lot of people are really getting hyped over that item. Like, it's just like, it's the greatest item ever. I disagree, but it can be very powerful. And Bristleback is actually one of those heroes where I think he's just gonna be so nasty. Reduces cooldown on Quill Spray, reduces cooldown on the Vicious Nasal Goo, which that's kind of a big deal, right? Because like you really deal a lot more damage that way. If you think about it, right? Currently, if you have a stack duration of 14 seconds, you get one every 3 seconds. We get one stack, then it's on cooldown. Then we get a second stack. The first one is at 11 seconds. Third stack, 8 seconds. Fourth stack, 5. 6 stack, 3. No, so that's it. 2 seconds, and then the first one wears off. So you can have a maximum of 6 stacks, right? But with that, which reduces it by 25%, so we've got a cooldown of 2.25 seconds. That means, God, that's difficult. Okay, 2.25. So it starts out with 1, then we have 2.25, which means we have 11.75, and then we've got 9.5, and then we got I think you can have like 8, which is significantly scarier, right? But I don't actually know if that... No, it is. I don't know if it matters. Do you get to max damage? The max damage is 400, so you get 80, and you can have
10 seconds to go.
Like how many stacks do you need to get to that point?
5 seconds.
You need 9. So that does actually matter, right?
Reserve time.
You need 9 though. Yeah, you need 9 stacks. So you, even with that, you can't actually get to the max stack. That's crazy to think about. I'm just sitting here doing math. Visage, he's got a buff on the birds, so they now actually require you to attack them. Alright, you can no longer be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna pick Bristleback and your birds are useless. No, you actually have to click on the birds to kill them. Like, you need 4 attacks to destroy the birds. I think he also got maybe another buff. There he is. Yes, recharge time on a Gravekeeper's Clove reduced from 6 to 4. So that's pretty cool.
5 seconds.
But yeah, so the birds, they now require 4 attacks to destroy. Towers require 8. Creeps require 12, I believe? No, they require 16. Okay. So, yeah, that's also a pretty big buff. For the same reason as Undying's Tombstone, you know. Nyx Assassin, yes, Nyx Assassin, Nyx. Nyx, of course, got his new Aghanim's, and I think he also had the Spike Carapace no longer removing Vendetta, which is not really the biggest of deals, but it's still pretty neat. One of the main reasons why Nyx Assassin is actually coming into the meta right now, I think, is because there are a lot of these big AoE scary team fighting heroes going around. Somebody like a Luna, right, or Bristleback, or an Invoker, or a Queen of Pain, or a Dragon Knight, right? I think you get the idea. And the Nyx Assassin just presses one button and that hero takes a lot of damage and is stunned, which is pretty neat. Like, Nyx is just really good at dealing with initiation because he can just say, no. Nah, that's just not happening. Just move on. Move on, you peasant. Go fight something else. And that's pretty neat. Right, like having that counter initiation, but not actually needing to properly counter initiate, just being able to like press a button and then it is counter initiated. That's really neat. Right? That's very, very powerful. Anyway, we're starting off with a pause. Let's go ahead and skip right through that, of course, thank you. So we're gonna have Eternal Envy on the Luna, Bone 7 on the Nyx Assassin Fata, or Fata, I don't know how you say that, but I'm gonna call him Fata. On the Dragonite, you've got Big Daddy No Tail on the Chen, of course, and then Mooseri. Is that really his name? Mooseri. Isn't that... Wait, is Misery on Cloud 9? Is he? I don't remember. But Mooseri, that's actually a great name. On the Visage. We got Hobust on the Bristleback, Outstyle, Undying, Glibuzzer on that Queen of Pain, so Nico on the Io, and then of course good old Dende on the Invoker. Is that really... Wait, isn't Misery on Cloud 9? Wait, Cloud 9 Dota. Please, just give me 1 second. I really need to figure out if Misery... Is he a stand-in? According to the Cloud 9 page, they only have 3 players. Which doesn't seem right. Let's go on Liquidpedia. Yes, it's Misery, but he just gave himself a better name. I fucking love that name. That is so good. Misery. I'm so happy right now. That is so cool. Moo. Oh, well. You should play more Spirit Breaker. So, we're gonna have a Dragon Knight in the mid lane. Gonna be going up against the solo IO, of course. No, but against the IO Bristleback dual lane, which is pretty powerful. Honestly, having IO in the mid as, you know, as a kind of like a partner to any other hero is insanely powerful. Now, I think actually Dragon Knight is gonna be one of the few heroes that can deal with this lane, right? Specifically this one though. Like, he wouldn't be able to deal with something like a tiny IO, but he can deal with Bristleback and IO. Because most of the damage is actually going to be physical, right? Like, it's quill sprays and right clicks, and that's it. Yeah, I guess the IO is going to get the ghosts at some point, but you know, like, you can really disregard those early on. They're just not that scary. So, that's pretty good, right? Like, Dragon Knight doesn't mind physical damage as much as other heroes because he's got insane armor, and he should be fine in that regard. Meantime, actually, we got Outside getting initiated on at the top, but it appears he's gonna be fine for the time being. You know, but that's pretty good for Fata here, I think, right? Like, that's definitely something he has going for him. Actually, wait, are they still going? No, they're just cuddling underneath the tower. Isn't that cute? But again, right? Like, Fata is gonna be mostly fine here. At the same time, it's fucking difficult to go up against this lane, so. You know, fine in this case really means, well, he's okay. Like, he's gonna stay alive and get some money. And especially as Dragon Knight, right? The traditional way to play a Dragon Knight is you get yourself a bottle and you get yourself a courier. And then you just combine the bottle and the courier into one never-ending stream of mana. And then you just spam the brief fire on your opponents and get some last hits that way. And that's actually pretty neat. And works rather well. Oh, look at the IO being cheeky, looking to get that courier snipe. Not gonna happen, buddy. Not gonna happen. Apart from that, we've got Bone 7 going up against Glibuzzer. Is that how you say that? Glibasher? Basher. I'm just gonna call him Basher. On the Queen of Pain. That's actually, you know, like, this is an interesting lane for Cloud9. Because you're kind of conceding it. Right, like, Nyx Assassin is not gonna win against the Queen of Pain. He's gonna survive. I think it's really tough for Queen of Pain to kill a Nyx, right? At the same time, it's really tough for Nyx to do anything whatsoever. So, it's gonna be tricky. Now, at the same time, you can actually see an item that I think we're gonna see a lot of this patch. And that is the Poor Man's Shield. Poor Man's Shield has gotten a slight buff. Which is, of course, the decreased cost of the Stout Shield. So the Poor Man's Shield actually only is 500 gold, so you can start with Poor Man's Shield and Tangos, right? That can be your starting items, which is actually a pretty big deal, because Poor Man's Shield is very good. It's just great. Like, you take significantly less damage. It almost gives you like a full point of armor. It's just super nice, and you can already see it see it in action here, right? Like, Pawn 7, he's not doing incredibly well. No, not at all, but he's not supposed to. But he's still keeping up. Like, he's got 30 in last hits. Queen of Pain got 15. So there's not that much of a difference there. And that really comes down to this single item, right? The Poor Man's Shield is what keeps him going. Oh, Vater. Yeah, he wants that rune, but he's not gonna be getting any of them. In the meantime, we've got EE sitting up top. Oh, actually, we have a tombstone coming out. And the Luna, she's dropping. That's actually gonna be the first spot right there. Mooseri. Mooseri is trying to keep them away, but there's just not much he can do. Which is slightly unfortunate, but at the same time, he's, you know, he is just a Visage after all. Now, Visage is very scary, but not this early on. Right, he needs a bit more time to come online. Like, Visage is actually a very slow support, I think. Strong late game, strong mid game, surprisingly weak early on. Like, he is actually not that amazing. That was 1 through 4, which is where you would expect your support to be incredible. But the main thing Visage got going on at that point is really his range. Yeah, he can deal some damage, but he doesn't have any proper disables, and the nuke isn't even that incredible that early on, so kind of sucks at that point. And you can kind of, you can feel it, you can feel it. Something like a Witch Doctor might have been able to save Envy, right? But Visage just couldn't do a whole lot of anything. Now we got Vater. He's gonna be slowed down. We got the Tombstone coming out. DK as well. I don't think they can actually get him. Yeah, the smart TP out. He's well aware of the fact that none of these heroes got any disables. The only one that can really come in at this point to stop him from TPing is Dende. Nobody else got a stun. Queen of Pain got nothing, Chabos got nothing, Io got nothing, Undying got nothing. What are they gonna do? Apart from Dende, they have no proper disables. And that's actually kind of an interesting draft in that regard. So whenever we are drafting, right, for Team Faku, we like to go for a lot of stuns. And I know that sounds very simplistic, but it actually works very well. Right, you just get a lot of heroes that can disable bitches, and then you disable them. And you might realize that, oh, if they disable, they don't really deal that much damage, so we can just kill them. And it's pretty neat like that. Now, at the same time, what Navi got going on here is literally the exact opposite. They have one hero with a lot of disables, and everybody else just kind of provides a decent amount of damage, which is interesting. Oh, we got a gang coming into the mid. Chavos gonna be dropping here. Yeah, he will certainly go down. Oh, Vater, he's very low. So Neko misses the spirits, misses the next one as well, and Vater only barely manages to survive, but, well, he manages to survive, and that's gonna be a tower kill. Oh, they most certainly will commit to this. With both the mids dead, there's not much that can stop them. Even got themselves the little buckler active. Oh, maybe they're not gonna commit to it. Huh. Dragonite gonna get TP'd out. So if they want to get this tower kill, they have to go for it right now. And it seems they're actually gonna get it. Yeah. The thing is, if they, you know, like, you gotta go for it because else it's gonna end up getting denied. And it's just like, you don't really want to do that. But it doesn't seem like Navi was actually really that interested in defending. Maybe Chavos didn't have a TP ready or something like that. Yeah, that just didn't really work out for them. It's interesting how just one quick kill turns into a tower kill immediately. I also think it's interesting that Cloud9 is being that aggressive. Right, if you take a look at these lineups, you would actually think, oh, yeah, no. No. The Radiant doesn't actually need to be aggressive at all. I mean, look at their team. They've got a Dragon Knight, they've got a Nyx, they've got a Visage, they've got a Luna. The only hero on their entire lineup that is not strong late game is Chen. And even he is gonna be useful. I mean, he can provide some heals. It's not like he will be entirely pointless. No, not at all. Chen can be pretty powerful. So, it's interesting, right? While on the other side, you've got Undying. He's just not gonna do much. Right? Once the game is past 30 minutes, Undying is just like... I remember the good old days. Like, he just can't fight anymore. He just can't do it. He's still gonna throw down tombstones, and his ultimate will be neat, I guess. Decay can come in handy, but most of the time, he's just gonna die quickly. Alright, we got Bristleback. Well, pretty powerful late game. He's not a Luna. He's not a Dragon Knight. Well, maybe a Dragon Knight, but he's not a Luna, right? He just can't keep up with that. Queen of Pain, same deal here. Invoker, same deal, yet again. And IO is actually just amazing late game. So maybe it's not as one-sided as I originally painted the picture, but I think it's still something to keep in mind, right? Like, it's still noteworthy that, actually, I don't think Cloud9 is in any rush here. Or they're gonna be fine if this takes a little while, so it's interesting to see that they're actually going for these early towers, but I suppose they want to make as much use of their Chen as they can possibly get out of him. We got a smoke. Nuke's Assassin hits the stun. Dragon Knight coming in. Shield bash, and down goes the Queen of Pain. Tower is gonna be next in line. TP in, but it's gonna be cancelled. Actually, it won't be. Oh my god, outside. What the hell? Well, that Undying most certainly should have cancelled the TP. Dragon Knight's got a double damage as well, so this tower is gonna die right here. Almost certainly it will. Maybe they're actually gonna go for the next one as well. Yep, seems like it. They got this huge army. Look at this. That's a lot of creeps. They got a big fancy dragon. There's not really much that Na'Vi can do about this either. Right, they just have nothing to fight with. Yeah, I guess they could put the Invoker in. Well, they would need to put literally everybody down here, because that's how much Cloud9 is committing to this. Right, literally everything. And, oh my god, they're gonna go for the base already? Yeah, it's dying. Okay, Tornado coming out. No EMP to follow it up, though. Actually, no, there was an EMP. It just wasn't animated. Wait, just 1 second. I want to see the EMP. Tornado? I see no EMP, but it's here somewhere. Great work, Dota. I'm certain there is an EMP. I believe in you. That's actually a bit unfortunate if we can't see the EMP. Now, one thing that's noteworthy about EMP is that it actually burns through the mana of the creeps. Our creeps don't have that much of it. They've got 600, and they have no mana regen. Unless you provide them with something like a Ring of Basilisk, which in that case I would say that the creeps still don't have any mana regen. They just have a Ring of Basilisk. Oh, Artster! It's gonna be picked off! God, Bone 7 just going in with the Vendetta. It's nasty as hell. They might actually push this now, but at the same time, Undying isn't dead for long. I don't think that should be your cue. Tornado, second EMP gonna be flying. Yeah, Fata out of mana, Bone 7 out of mana. The creeps got nothing left. Then look at him! Mooseri is not afraid! Mooseri is gonna be going in. He summons the birds, he's ready to go. Slowstone, Khawas, the heals coming out from Dende. Actually, no tail. Both are pretty cool. Oh, the Luna ultimate. Khawas dying quickly, but it's gonna be fine for the time being. They'll relocate, keeping him safe. Bone 7 trying to take down the Tombstone. He gets it, but is it worth it? No tail gonna be stunned up and will likely fall. Actually, no, the turnaround from the Dragon Knight. They take Undying yet again. Poor old Artstar is just not having a great game. Chasing down Fata, chasing down Bone 7, but the Scream, the Sonic Wave! And the Queen of Pain, the Basher, gets 2 kills. Mooseri kind of trapped himself with Khawas. Gonna be dying, but I'm pretty certain the Bristleback will get picked off by the birds. And there we go, yes indeed. Down here we got Dende still chasing down Fata, and they get that kill as well. Now, Soneko also taken down by the birds. That's a triple kill for the Visage. That's kind of crazy to think about, isn't it? But yeah, you know, that's kind of what I mentioned. Like, Visage is super scary once he has a few levels, once he has a bit of money, right? You know, early on he's not that crazy, but right now he's at his prime and he hurts bad. And it's just gonna get worse. He got himself a medallion of courage now. It's actually... Wait, how did Artstyle die? Bone 7, you son of a bitch. Oh man. Poor old Artstyle. He's just not having a great game. Oh well. But where was I going with this? Oh, actually, you're gonna be looking for the Nyx here. I don't think they can get this. Yeah. Double stun is too much. Basher, forced to blink out. Anyway, What was I about to say? Oh, right. I wonder if we're actually going to see the new item. What is it called? The sun thing. Solar thing. Yeah, let's just go the sun thing. Not the something, the sun thing. Yes. No, but, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised to see that. Oh, it appears he wants to get his Aghanim's first, or maybe just the casual point booster. I can agree with all of that, right? I can agree with the Solar Crest right now. I can agree with the casual point booster, and I can agree with the Aghanim's. Really depends on what he feels like getting. And all of those are good options. There's no question about that. So, he should be fine. Meantime, Danny. He got himself the Hand of Midas. So I always say this, but I actually think Hand of Midas is essential on Invoker, right? People are always kind of like, oh, you know, do you really have to get it? Yes. Invoker is the only hero in the game where I say that you absolutely must get a Hand of Midas. It is so important. And that really comes down to this hero needing levels more than anybody else in the game, right? There is no such thing as a hero that needs more levels than Invoker. Oh, Father initiated on. We got the relocate in. They're chasing him down. Invisibility cast. I don't know if they actually have the detection they need. And yes. Yes, they do. Down he goes. EE also coming in with the ultimate, but it doesn't matter. Chavos turns it around. They take down the Visage. Note caught out. He doesn't have any mana. He doesn't have any HP. He's gonna be picked off quickly. And so will the Luna. That's a triple kill for the Bristleback. Only one left alive is the Nyx Assassin and some birds. He's gonna take down Dende, but I wonder if that's worth it. He's on a very bad position. Nice stun. Oh, actually, Artstyle is dropping. Oh my god. Can Bone 7 do this? No, no. The TP out will secure his getaway. But I like his play here. Like, the Nyx Assassin is doing really, really well. He's just being cheeky. He's just being, yo, I'm Nyx Assassin. And if you want to kill me, you better fucking try hard. And you have to try hard to kill a Nyx Assassin. It's just not an easy task, right? Like, it takes a long time. This guy is nasty. He can now afford a Blink Dagger if that's what he chooses to go for. I would definitely recommend it, right? I think Blink Dagger or Nyx Assassin is almost always the right choice. It's really, really good for the stuns, right? It's really good for him in the same way it is good for a Lion or a Sand King. As in, you get the ability to always hit 2 targets with your stun, which is pretty fantastic. Appears he's going to be going for a Dagon instead. I don't really like that as much, generally speaking, but this game I can actually see it working. Just because taking down the IO is a really big deal. And right now, he doesn't actually have the burst to just insta-kill this guy. He just can't do it. But with the Dagon, he can. And that might be pretty important here. So I don't think it's too terrible. I actually don't mind it whatsoever. But at the same time, you know, maybe getting a Blink Dagger would be better. Also, maybe not waiting for the fucking Dagon money to just randomly accumulate would be better than sitting in your well like a goddamn retard. Ugh. Bone 7, you fucking fuck. Well, he's got his Dagon now, so that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't like seeing that. Just go get the last hit somewhere. I mean, you've got the courier for a reason. Got the Shadowblade coming out for the Dragon Knight. Oh! Oh. Tornado, EMP is put somewhere. Connects on Note here, but I think that's actually it. Nobody else. Moosery. Taken down. He's the only casualty so far. Fata comes in with the invisibility, but he runs right on top of the sentry. Taken, actually not taken down at all. This is actually going to work out really well for Cloud9. He got 3 kills already. Artstyle, Basher, and Soneko all down. Now Chavos might be next in line. They're chasing him down. Bone 7, right behind him. Misses the stun though, and that might do it. He does have the spike carapace, so he can get a stun on him. Ah, he screwed it up slightly though. Screwed it up slightly. Shield bash. The flame breath doesn't hit though. And now a stun, but god, Bristleback is tanky. I think he will end up being fine. Relocate coming in, and they might be looking to turn this around. They got some heals coming out on the Bristleback. Chasing down Bone 7 now. Tornado connects. God, the range on that. We've got a spike carapace in a second. It's gonna cast it right here. No, 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 no. Doesn't connect with the stun. In pain, only on one of them. Cold Snap and Bone 7 will fall. Even the creeps are just getting TP'd out. Everybody's aware of this. Bone 7 just tries to keep, you know, tries to kind of waste a bit of their time, I suppose, but there was actually no way he survives at that point. So, we got the Shadow Blade and soon the Silver Edge on the Dragon Knight. That's interesting. I was actually, you know, I actually kind of like that item. I don't think it's too bad on this guy. Because you can certainly use all of the stats it gives you, and that's really like the big part of it, right? Silver Edge, I'm actually, I wouldn't say I like it, because that implies that I like the idea that it's in the game. I don't think, that's actually not it. I hate the fact that this item exists, but at the same time, I think it's a pretty good one, right? Like, I like it on the idea of, no, this is a strong item, and it works well on a lot of heroes. Shadowblade previously was just really bad for its cost, but this item is actually pretty solid for its cost, right? It just gives you a decent amount of stats to work with, which is something that the Shadowblade didn't provide you with, right? And as a result, I don't actually mind seeing this on Dragon Knight. He's gonna be pushing down the top. Another great aspect of it is that the break effect that's applied after you attack out of the invisibility will silence Bristleback. Haha, Bristleback. Oh. No, but it will take away their passive, which is a really big deal. And Bone 7 is just being a cunt now. Like, god damn it. Oh. He's out of mana. Already used the carapace. I don't think Bone 7 is actually gonna make it out of it. Oh my god, Dasher commits everything to that kill. They get it. That isn't worth it. Lockdown on Chavos. It appears Dragon Knight just concedes that fight. Yeah, he knows when it's over, he knows when it's lost. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. Bone 7 is getting a little cocky. He's going in pretty deep for those kills that aren't really worth it. Right? The only one you're killing is the Undying, and let's be honest, Undying is not doing particularly great. In fact, he's doing the worst. Like, there's nobody in the game doing worse than him. So that's pretty bad. Like, that's just like, yeah, you know, maybe you should center your attention on somebody that's actually worthwhile. You know, somebody that's scary. But no, Bone 7 doesn't care. Bone 7 is not afraid. Mooseri. I just like saying that name. Mooseri. It's great. Everybody should call himself that. Like everybody should just have like one name, and it's Old Mooseri. Or like some variation of it, right? Eternal Moon. Oh, man. Oh, well. Luna, by the way, she's not stacking Ancients, which, you know, like, there's always a problem that comes along with stacking Ancients, right? Like, and that is, well, the camp is pretty big, and what if your opponent takes it? Which is probably the main reason why you don't see it a lot in competitive games. I still think it's the most efficient way to get money, right? It's insanely good. But this is really the second best thing you can do with a Helm of the Dominator. You take yourself, you take yourself one of those Alpha Wolves, increase your damage significantly, and just end up being pretty fine as a result, right? You get to farm rather quickly. And, you know, it's just a slight damage boost. It's actually not even that slight. It's actually a pretty big deal, right? It's kind of a lot of damage. So, I wonder if we are actually ever gonna see the Aghanim's Refresher build on a Luna. Because even though Luna's getting picked quite frequently, I've never actually seen anybody build for the ultimate. Most people just go, you know, the old school build. Let's get ourselves the Lifesteal, and then, you know, not Saint Junior, but Mantistan, BKB. And that's a strong build, but oh well. Meantime, we got a fight going on. Chavos already dying. Oh, he's dead. That didn't take particularly long. Fata trying to get something more done. Oh, the big scream, the big sonic wave. Everybody's almost dead. Zeus, where's the ultimate? But it's not gonna be enough. Fata takes down the Invoker. And now it's just the Queen of Pain. She couldn't scream there. She wanted to, but she couldn't. Because of the Spike Carapace. And that's actually such a shame. Did you see how low everybody was? That's insane. If Undying was in there, right, in the middle of that fight, he could just cast one DK and get like a triple kill. Which he would most certainly appreciate because goddamn, this guy needs money. Oh man. Oh, Fata, he's just ready to fight the Basher. But he does have his invisibility casted. Now he's getting slowed down quite a bit. Dust, of course, detects him, and down goes the Dragon Knight. So this is always the thing I say, right? Like, if you're buying invisibility, never buy it for the invisibility. Buy it for the utility. Buy it for everything else it can give you. But the invisibility is really the worst aspect of invisibility, because it's just so unreliable. If your opponent detects you, you're just dead. Just there goes your item. Right? It's just kind of pointless. Now, something that's really important about this, though, is that Dragon Knight is now level 16. And this hero needs level 16 more than, I would argue, anybody else in the game. Because this upgrade is insanely powerful, and it's really gonna come in big time, right? So, Dragon Knight now rose to power, and he's now very... Wait, god damn it! Really now? Again? God, Bone 7, I'm sorry. Should be paying attention to that, but I just can't believe it keeps happening. Oh, they even got the IO, the birds coming in from the back. Yeah, they're gonna keep these guys stun locked though. Tornado. Ooh, sorry. Getting thrown up. And he will die right here. Not much of a question about it. He's trying to turn it around on Dende, but he probably should just try to keep the birds safe, yes. Yes. He's doing that. Definitely a smarter choice. He lost one of them. Which is a bit of a shame, because they're actually worth a lot of money, right? Like, one of those birds is 100 gold, so then they get 99, I guess, right? About 100. So, yeah. I wonder what Fanta's going for now. It's not that difficult to guess. It's gonna be a BKB, which is great, right? Like, no questions asked there. Like, you should just definitely get a BKB here. Afterwards, I wouldn't mind some crits. And that's actually like the cool thing about Dragon Knight as a hero, right? Like, he's a pretty powerful late game hero, but he doesn't need that much. Like, he doesn't even need any damage item per se, because first of all, he's strength, so something like a BKB actually gives him a decent amount of damage, right? But also, he has this huge splash effect, right? And even though you don't deal that much right-click damage per se, you still hit pretty hard just because you hit a lot of targets. Oh, he's gonna go for Queen of Pain right here. It's actually gonna be a kill. Wow. Double damage coming in big time there. Tornado. It connects, but I don't think they have any follow-up. It does purge off the double damage though, which is pretty cute. Meantime, blink out from Nyx, I assume. Yeah, he got himself a blink dagger, which is definitely a smarter item choice than, you know, keeping the Dagon upgraded. Like, keeping on with the upgrades of the Dagon, right? Like, that just would be silly. None of those sentences made any sense in a grammatical point of view. Oh well. Ghost getting murdered. Lots of creeps on his back, which is where he likes them, but it's still pretty bad. Now, he does manage to survive thanks to the IO. Mecha coming out. Of course, pretty fantastic item for the guy. And look at Dende. He's not afraid, but maybe he should be. Dropping quickly. Bristleback, now chasing down Bone 7. The Carapace is going to be cast in a bit. He's looking for a blink opportunity. And... almost had it. I think there was a chance there, but I'm not entirely sure. Meantime, EE just pushing down the bottom. He knows he's in danger though. Oh, he's most certainly aware. Tries to TP out. Gonna be fine. Smart choice. Very smart choice. Again, God! Why does that guy keep on dying? Oh, actually, top. Moosery. Do we have a cold snap? No. Sadly, the invoke wasn't ready in time. I'm gonna be taking down these creeps though. Oh, Dragon Knight coming in. He wants to take Soneko. He gets it. Gets the IO. Hawas might be next in line. He doesn't really deal enough damage to Like, get him now. I don't actually think that's ever gonna happen. Oh my god, look at that splash. That's insane. What an AoE. And everything gets slower that gets hit by it. That's silly. Very silly indeed. We now got our BKB coming, of course. Anyway, where was I? Right, Luna. She's actually not doing that well. I don't know, like, his farm is okay. It's not insane or anything, right? But it's just a little weird to see a Luna not have an impact at all. She mostly just dies. She's 1, 2, and 4. Only thing she got going for herself is a lot of last hits. Which is why she can't keep up, but she just hasn't been successful in fights. You can see that on her levels as well. Only level 15. Dragon Knight, of course, sitting at 18, which is much, much more potent. BKB now also coming out for the Bristleback. Invoker with a sheep stick. We actually are starting to see quite a few items come online. The Queen of Pain with an Aghanim's. Io, of course, we saw the Mecha already. Undying with a Sadness and Tears. We've got the Luna. We got a Manta Star down. Of course, BKB now down on Fonta. We got Mecha and Arcane Boots on Chen. I wonder if we're actually gonna see the upgrade into those fancy Guardian Greaves. Huh. It's gonna be interesting. And we've got the Aghanim's done on the Visage. I wonder if he's saving up for the Solar Crest or whatever the fuck it's called. Ooh, Bond 7. I don't know. He's getting very cocky. Right, you can totally tell. It just keeps going in on... Look. This is just not a good idea, right? You have to expect that they have vision. Because they know that you are invisible. They know that the Dragon Knight is invisible. And it's just... That's not a question anymore. Like, you need detection. And they're gonna make sure that, you know, you are detected. Oh, meantime, Musari murdered up top. And Artstyle murdered at the bottom. Mid, whatever. This is actually really bad. Io, it's just gonna be the Io. Oh no, it's both! Oh, they fucked this up big time. Chavos is getting targeted down. Queen of Pain, in the meantime, she's getting taken apart by the Dragon Knight. We lose the Bristleback. He has the edges, but not much is gonna come from this. Fata? Well, we got the BKB used by the Bristleback now. He's actually trying to fight EE, and he should be able to do so, yeah. And this is probably why the Dragon Knight chose to go for the Invoker instead. BKB, they can't really stop that. In fact, they have nothing that stops it. Just pretty unfortunate. Basher. Yeah, he just uses his ultimate and gets out. Pretty good call there. Right, you gotta keep in mind, Queen of Pain doesn't really like like she doesn't have a long cooldown, and right now she's not level 16. Like there's not much she can do apart from using the ultimate, so she's at least gonna try to use 2 ultimates, right? And Fatih's out of dragon form. He's actually dropping here. Oh my god. But they take 1 kill. Undying is dead already. Invoker is still dead. Chavos, look at him, going in deep. He loses the passive. And he's dropping. He's dropping fast. They get him. Queen of Pain next in line. They get her too. And that's the 2 most important cores dead. With nobody dead on Cloud9's side. This tower will most certainly die. They actually take the IO as well. Oh my god. That might be it. Tornado EMP flying, but what does that really do? It's not gonna kill anything, and it doesn't stop the push. Yeah, this is where the Luna comes in big time. She's very good at pushing. Mid barracks down. They're losing bottom barracks as well. Ah, god damn it. Was it... Who killed this guy? God damn it, Bone 7. Stop acting like an idiot. This is why nobody thinks you're good. Oh man. Assault Cross now coming out on the Dragon Knight. I don't mind that. That's nice, right? I think that maybe getting something like crits would be... I don't know. That would be sweet as well, but... Assault Cuirass is in no way bad. Like, that's a very powerful item, and it's gonna come in handy. This whole game is looking... Oh, wait, Luna? God, I'm missing all of these tiny kills. I'm sorry. Well, they just murder him with a squad of 3, though. But, you know, like, I think this game is just not that great for Navi anymore. They kind of fought too much, right? Like, they had 2 choices in this game. They either fight a lot and then win those fights and then win the game. Or they don't fight, then just kind of wait a bit, get some core items, and then fight, and then win the game. They chose the first one, and it didn't really work out. Right, they're behind on kills by a significant amount. Most of those, of course, are the, you know, the Undying with 10 deaths, but... I did so well in the early game, and now I'm just missing everything. Okay, let's take a look at that. Dende is sitting here, and then gets murdered. This was really not particularly exciting, but we do have an Assault Cuirass now on the Dragon Knight. So, that guy is pretty scary. No, kind of. Oh, look at that, Chan. Now with the Aghanims. He's got himself one of those ancient granite golems. Those are actually really good. Like the 50% HP increase. Look at that. 29, 25, and if he leaves the radius, it's like 400 HP. That's pretty good. I mean, just for being around the dude, that's neat. It's still weird to have an aura like that, though. Like an aura that just gives you more HP. That's odd. Oh well. We now got the Solar Crest on the Visage. Also, Vladimir's offering 2 very nice items here. First of all, Solar Crest, right? Like you just put that on like the Bristleback and he won't do much more. And armor for his team. Super important here. Seems like Cloud9, they're getting ready to finish this. Everybody's coming into the bottom line. They do have the Chen creeps around. It's a pretty powerful army as well. And they're just gonna put the Luna up front. I don't think the plan with this Luna is to really make her the, you know, like to really get damage from her, but instead like let her absorb hits. Like basically let EE die and then the Dragon Knight kills their team. It's gonna be a pretty good plan, let me be honest with you. And look at those tornadoes. That ability is actually pretty powerful. Oh, EMP tornado coming out just for the creeps. That's a little silly. And Fata is going in. Tombstone is down, but they take the Undying right away. Eternal Envy sitting in the middle. He's got the BKB active. Fata right behind him. They're trying to get some kills here. So far they've not actually gotten much, but Dende, he's gonna fall right here. Bone 7 takes that one. They lose Soneko. And now Khawas is getting slowed down. He is really fucking slow, and that's gonna be it. There he goes. The GG is called. That was a pretty cool game. I like that. Wasn't that long, but it felt pretty long. Because there was a lot of action, right? There was a lot of shit happening. But Cloud9 takes it. And I think with that they are now invited. But they aren't really invited. They now qualified for the ESL ONE. But I'm not really quite sure. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see all of you tomorrow. That would be just fantastic.